to the Coffee Club, broadcasting live from New York with your host, Felix, and co-host, Dr. Mark. So let's have a cup of coffee and enjoy the show.
There is no heaven. There is no hell. There is only this world and its dark reflection. And we do not know in which of the two worlds we are.
Yeah, baby!
Live from Oceanside, New York, it's the Coffee Club with your host, Felix.
And Dr. Mark.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. News, more news, boring news, same news. Just regurgitated, that's all.
Well, it's where you're going to hear our analysis and take on the weekend's news. The Republican candidates, and the number keeps growing, have done nothing but hammer Hillary. They haven't said anything of substance other than the fact that Hillary is the wrong choice, and Marco Rubio says it's a throwback to the past. Ted Cruz talks about her Snoopy-Doo van, whatever it is. Again, nothing of substance. And I think that's what you're probably going to find. Even Republican pundits such as Karl Rove said that might only work at the beginning, but eventually they're going to have to start discussing issues.
Okay.
And according to Meet the Press, Tim Kaine, the governor of Virginia. Tim Kaine? Yes. Unless he's the senator, I'm not sure. It gets confusing after a while. But he said as long as the Republicans keep bashing Hillary, that's, less that they're talking about the issues. And it gives Hillary a chance to get out there and meet people and talk to people and talk about things of substance.
All right. I didn't know you were going to get on your bandwagon so fast. Our phone number is 646-595-3275. If you'd like to talk about the issues that Mark was just talking about, or discuss anything else about politics, about Hillary, about the news going on with ISIS, give us a call.
You talk about ISIS. United States just sent one of its destroyers or aircraft carriers to the Middle East because it seems like the Iranians are supporting the Yemeni rebels who, and we are against the rebels, so in that respect we're against Iran. But if you go to Syria or areas like Iraq, the Iranians are fighting ISIS, so there are allies over there. So you literally can't tell one thing from the other without a scorecard.
Well, the Iranian rebels, they're the rebels that are supported by Iran. They're not Iranians, per se. They're just supported by Iran. There are no Iranian troops there. That would cause a real problem. Sorry to correct you, but... And then again, I could be corrected by somebody else, yeah?
Well, if anybody wants to correct either one of us, you've just given them the number. It's 646-595-3275. And even if you don't want to correct anything and you just want to voice an opinion, we are giving you a platform. That's part of the... that's part of what we do here.
Okay.
We provide people, ordinary citizens, with a platform where they can be heard.
I prefer the unordinary citizens. I prefer the unordinary citizens to call. Got enough of ordinary people. There's a boat that capsized trying to escape Yemen.
Over 700 people they're talking about.
A lot of people. I think last time I heard they're only able to save 50. I don't know how many more they have saved because I did not listen to the news today. But not a good thing. These people all trying to escape to, I guess, Greece and Europe, the closest countries, to get away from there because of what's going on. Some more Catholics got killed by ISIS. Some were shot. Some their heads chopped off, and they were chopped and then had their heads cut off. Whatever they killed a whole bunch of Catholics, and these were Afghanistan, not Afghanistan. They were what's the name of that country in Africa? Maybe from. Well, they're always starved. No, not Somali. The one they say they always starve, and they always show the babies of starving babies.
Mind, when you talk about starving babies, my mind always goes back to Biafra, back in the 60s,
That's maybe where they're from. I mean, they were just Jews from another country, not even from Iran or Iraq.
Well,
but that just shows that they're spreading their wings. It was somewhere else completely they were doing it.
Well, we have starving people right here in this country.
Yeah, but I'm just saying where they were cutting, where they were chopping their heads. It wasn't in Iraq or Iran. They moved on to other places where they're doing it. It just keeps spreading. And I see Mark still has his cough, his infamous cough.
It's going to be. I'll have this cough into the summer. This always happens this way. I get this tickle in my throat, and Lord knows the people who are regular listeners know I can't keep my mouth shut. So, as long as I keep talking, it's only going to get aggravated and get worse. So, the good thing is that there's nothing, no congestion in my chest or anything.
Mark and I were looking at a website on how to lose weight. So the results look so good that we can't believe that's true.
In fact, if the people want to call up and talk about that, that's fair game. We can only tell you what the website was. And
the website was called NJ Diet.
They don't give you very much information.
The website is called NJ Diet.
They have, let's face it, they got a bunch of people with testimonials, and no one's going to say anything bad. And I don't know how they do it. There's no surgery. There's no pills. There's no diet.
There is a diet. They tell you what to eat. That's the diet.
Well, you're not buying their food.
No, they tell you what to eat, though. You don't have to buy their food to tell you what you eat. The thing is, you have to follow it. Everybody says it's very easy from the testimonials, but we're not sure of anything.
And again, we also don't know how expensive it is. Okay, they talk about the initial fee being $27, but I think that's, like I said, the initial visit, and that's part of the intake. Okay, after that, I'm sure...
Well, there's only 4 visits, because the whole program is 40 to 44 days, and they say you come to them every 10 to 14 days. So it looks like it's 4 visits. So if they charge you $50 a visit, it's $200. If they charge you $27 a visit, it's $108.
It's guys like us, we could $1 per pound, 200 pounds, $200.
Yeah, and they're talking about males do much better, and they guarantee you. They guarantee you to lose 200 pounds. 20 pounds. 20 pounds.
Well, they say they're being conservative. The men generally, it's this way in any diet. Men tend to lose more weight than women. Okay.
But they're guaranteeing, on the end, they say you don't lose water with this diet. You burn fat. Sounds like a great diet. If anybody's heard of it, give us a call.
Yeah, let us know if you have had positive results.
Or negative. We don't want to just see positive.
Well, of course.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, ISIS is spreading their wings, as I said. They just killed a whole bunch of Christians. As I said, I don't remember where. But, as always, I will look and say...
The one good thing about the computer, you can be on the air and double-check your statistics at the same time.
Yeah.
Provided you know how to do that, which I really don't.
Okay. ISIS executed more Christian in Libya this time. That's what we need now. We don't want to see the videos of it. ISIS okay, get it out. ISIS operatives have exited 2 groups of prisoners believed to be Ethiopian Christians.
Nearly 1,000 people feared lost, drowned when the fishing boat taking them from Libya to Sicily capsized in the Mediterranean. That deadly crossing, now an almost daily tragedy. Most of the migrants heading to Europe in search of a better life. But among them, those escaping the brutal advance of ISIS, which just released new images of another execution. Frames of fear, snapshots from a 29-minute ISIS in Libya propaganda video. Ethiopian Christians, ISIS says, some of them beheaded on Libya's Mediterranean coast. The others shot dead hundreds of miles away near Libya's southern borders. Chillingly similar to a brutal ISIS mass murder 2 months ago. Back then, it was 21 Egyptian Coptic Christians executed. The next day, Egyptian fighter jets pounded ISIS hideouts. The subtext to this new slick video, the bombings made no difference. ISIS is expanding in Libya. The country's foreign minister is appealing for international help.
We are appalled at this barbaric killing of 28 Ethiopian nationals yesterday in Libya.
6 months ago, ISIS was only just beginning to put down roots in Libya. Today, they're using this multi-layered propaganda video put together by the same media propagandists ISIS uses in Iraq and Syria, Al-Furqan, portraying themselves not just as expanding in Libya, but connected to ISIS Central in Syria. In Iraq and Syria, ISIS has repeatedly targeted Christians, demanding they convert to Islam, pay a non-Muslim tax, or face execution.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have to apologize. You missed most of the report because it wasn't broadcasting. So when you heard that silence, we really do apologize. We did not realize that it was not recording.
It's amazing, isn't it?
This just feels so right.
We're always happy to help. Thanks for calling Bluehost.com.
Train experts available to every Bluehost customer 24/7. Sign up today.
I don't know.
Our bill was...
We are hearing stuff we shouldn't be hearing, ladies and gentlemen. Unpaid commercials to us. We don't like that. Of course, we don't also like our screen to shut down either. Even though I don't believe we stopped broadcasting. Are we having fun tonight, Mark?
How's that?
How's that?
I didn't hear you.
So we have